Well, I think we learned our lesson.
Yeah, it's like
I
at
mean,
some
if you,
point I need the money to
yeah,
live.
Take the fucking money.
I'm with you. That's what I'm doing this year. And I feel like if I can get out of this year, no car payment.
Well, if Tesla makes a run at the end of the year to 1500, I could take a little bit at 1500, a little bit at 1800, more at 2000.
Yeah.
And then if it doesn't go, whatever, at least I got something out of it. But I think it's going to crash pretty hard after that. That's like the $2 trillion. What is it going to be worth? It's
At
going to
two
be a
trillion?
lot.
Well, no, yeah, because it was a 5x. I think they'll do a
Yeah,
split, dude.
I know, but they might. But a lot of people are thinking the same way. That the first time they weren't thinking that same way.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
when the split happened, they
That
weren't
they'll
sure
take
what would
some,
happen.
yeah, that they'll take some profit. At that point, it would probably be front run. It would run up like they always do. They would run massively, would run to 2000,
Well,
and
if
then
it does, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why probably after 1500, I slowly, not a lot at 1500, but more at like 17, a lot
mhm,
more at 18. If it hits 2000, then I'm out. This is
excellent.
what folks, I hope, learn if we're going to post this, that at some point you just got to take some of the money out, you know?
I agree. I learned my lesson now because
Right.
I
We
was
passed
looking
up
at
$70,000 Bitcoin.
that was because it was still following the plan. Remember the whole like stock to flow model? It
Yeah.
was like it was
It
following
was
the
sort of
plan.
there, right?
And so you're like, why would I stop the train? But to Bob's point, I should have taken the two off the table.
Yeah, two,
I
three.
should
I
have
mean,
just taken
honestly,
two off
like
the
some of the
table.
Ethereum, and look, I've done it, so I'm not as regretful this time. In 2017, 28, you don't understand. We didn't talk. I was crushed. I can't even explain how disappointed I was in myself.
What
It's
did
like
you
so
what,
hard to explain. I
what did you
cried. That's how disappointed
no, I'm
I
sure
was
you would, but like what did it
for
go?
a year straight. By the way, it wasn't like one day that I was
Yeah,
disappointed. It was
yeah.
literally a year of solid. My life is shit.
We started talking in that March. No, we started
I
talking
think
that August.
29. We actually started talking after 2019. I think
Oh,
more like
more and more, but we were
because I remember
talking.
Tesla was, and we were talking about Tesla and all that.
Yeah,
I just was buying the dip. It hit 8,000. Fuck, I gotta buy it. 7,000. I bought all the way down to four. I just didn't go heavy at four.
right.
I bought Ethereum all the way down to 100 actually, and then at 80, I was like, I'm not buying any more Ethereum at 80. Like
Right.
literally, I said that to myself. I can't do this. I'm gonna throw up. I'm
Well,
gonna.
you had a bunch. I mean, you had a good position.
When you're buying it at the lowest of the low and you're down 90% in your portfolio, you don't feel so good about it.
No, I know. Yeah, you don't.
Okay.
The only thing that it does make me feel good because I have some positions that I bought way too high and I've just been dollar cost averaging on the way down. The only thing that I do feel good about is the break even point. Just seeing the break even point lower and
Yes.
getting
Right.
closer to the bottom than it is the top that I paid. That makes me feel better.
And
But
Ethereum, I don't know how much more I can buy. Is this going down to $10? I had no idea.
right, right.
And I bought it close to the bottom. Luckily, at $100, it was literally I bought $100, not
Right.
99. It was literally $100. I put in
Right.
my last order for Ethereum,
Yeah.
and it went to 80. And I'm like, fuck you, Ethereum.
It make you start to take it personal. Like, are you guys waiting? Do you guys like watch when
uh,
I'm buying? Like, what the hell?
if the lesson is to be learned in this Discord is that I didn't sell it. If that's the one lesson to be learned here,
Yeah,
even all the suffering that I went through, I mentally suffered because all my money was gone. The lesson is take some fucking profits.
you
Okay,
gotta
that's
take
the
profits.
lesson.
How I would frame that is you got to take it before you need it. Because
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
if you don't take it when you need it, then you don't have control of the price. And that's the worst thing that happens when you're down like 50, 60, 70%. You absolutely need it. But you know, the moment you pull that out, you've baked in that loss and somebody else walked away with your money. It's the worst feeling in the world. It's like a double loss.
No, it's terrible. I left myself in a really vulnerable position because if COVID happened in 2019,
Yeah.
I had no money. And the crypto was down 80, 90%. So it's not like
You
it's
you
like literally
you don't even have
gone.
any value. The money is gone.
Right. It's like
The money.
literally just evaporated into thin air. So if
Oh,
you're
I
pulling out
know.
at the wrong time, that's why I've learned sell Tesla at 1500 a little bit. Sell Tesla at 1600 a little bit. Just sell it a little bit. Get rid of one share. You don't need every single share,
Yeah.
okay? You just don't. And
That
I
was
know there's a lot of
the
people who think that way that I need everything. I need hundreds of thousands. No, if Tesla does what we think it's going to do and you're down 50 shares, 100 shares, right? If Tesla's going to do what we're discussing here and they're going to build fucking bots and autonomous taxis, I'm telling you, 50 shares of Tesla is probably going to be worth more than you think.
Oh, I've done the math. I did the math the other night and I was like,
Right.
I can't believe that there's that many commas. I was just like, how
Yeah.
many commas?
So
What?
we don't need all the billions, all the millions. Let's live our life a little bit. That's part of investing. And it took so long to learn that. Like, once again, we say certain things and it seems like it's obvious, but it really takes a long time to understand. You got to take some profits.
You gotta feel it for yourself. I think I learned my lesson. I think 2020 and 2021, I probably advanced 5 years in investing just because it was so volatile. It was just one of those crazy years. You got a whole like 10 years worth of market.
Right.
In a
Well,
year.
the last
Up,
3 years,
down.
right? We had the ups, we had the strong downs. So
Everything,
if you survive this,
outside catalysts, FUD. I mean, you name it. It was
war.
war, right? A war, and then amazing catalysts, right? Amazing earnings, amazing. I was like, that was.
Right.
We'll be talking about that group of 3 years for a long time.
Yeah, I think the point of this honestly, this should only be for the Discord. I love that you're saying that. Take some profits. That's really, when this runs back, don't be the guy holding the bag. That's what I learned. I tell my brother all the time. He had crypto also in 2017, 20, didn't sell anything. Still won't sell anything. It's like, dude, go buy yourself a Tesla at this point. Like,
Seriously,
you've had Bitcoin for 4 or 5 years. You telling me you do you need
especially
everything?
if he doesn't have this insane amount of crypto that he's going to retire from,
Right.
enjoy something now. If you're in your late 30s or in your 40s, enjoy some of your life.
Well, he's
now.
40 now, right? He's 40.
Enjoy your life, man. Like you said, go buy a Tesla. That really hit me
It
hard.
sounds like a waste, right? It sounds like a waste, but if you're not poor and you have a job and you have income coming in and you have other investments and it's not a waste.
Well, if you're going to buy something that either gives you joy or is another investment that's going to make you money.
Right.
But at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with taking profit just because you want it. I mean, literally just because you want it. That's what I went through because I sold the Bitcoin and I was just like, oh man, it's going to go to 50. It's going to this. And I was like, I am up 525% up on my money. That means that everything that we buy with this money, we can divide the price of that by 5.5.
Right.
Because it's effectively just amplified. So I'm like, if we buy something for 1,000, it's like getting it for $250. So when I started thinking of it that way, and I'm like, this is the right move.
It takes a long time to learn that. I don't want to gloss over that. Selling something that you consider an asset to go buy something that's not an asset
is really
usually
hard.
It's really hard, but it's usually really stupid. But when you have 99% of everything else in assets, like literally everything I have, I wear the terrible shirts and the same hat as everybody's seen on this Discord. I don't waste money on that
Let's
stuff.
buy Vitalia hats. Guys,
Yeah.
subscribe to the Patreon. Let's get Vitalia green bean hat. We can't even afford our own merch.
Our own merch. And no one's wearing the green bean. We got to do that. No, but my point is, like, I don't waste money on that garbage. I only buy assets, like literally real estate, crypto, equities. I don't buy nice things for myself, basically, almost never. So if I take 1% of the 100% and take 1% and then use it for new floors, which I'm getting, and maybe a Tesla Model Y that I'm getting, I don't feel bad anymore about that. I just don't.
I don't either. I hit 45 this year and I said, I want the damn plaid. I want to know what that feels like. I want that under my foot everywhere. I want it at the price that it's going to be now because it's going to go up. Like there's a whole bunch of reasons. Right. I'm like, this is an investment on some level. It's a gamble because who knows when FSD is really going to, but I want to be the guy that's in. I just want to be, I want it. I don't buy anything for myself. The last thing that I bought for myself is the computer that I'm on right now, this iMac, $12,000. And I was like, trying to nickel and dime. I was like, do I really need a monitor? You know what I mean?
Do I need a monitor?
Maybe I just like use the force.
I'm gonna paper tape.
Like maybe someone could just explain what's on screen. I was like, really? And that 12,000 was like, man, that's a lot of money but I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Anyway.
Okay, guys, we hope you enjoyed this. This is for you Discord members.
That was just for the Discord members.